All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome. We're going to try to keep this to about 45 minutes or so. So we can get on with the rest of our day, our evening, whatever part of the world you're joining us from. If you can, before we move on, please put what type of home service business you own, what services you offer in the chat, in the comment section. That way I know exactly who I'm talking to, and as well as how long you've been in business for. Cool. Love to see what everyone does. We'll get some interaction here. Cool. All right. So if you are a contractor, home service business owner, whether you're in HVAC, remodeling, roofing, painting, window cleaning, whatever, you are exactly where you should be. Okay. If you don't know me, my name is Mark Ray. I am a home service coach, consultant, also the founder and CEO of Contractors AI, which is what a little bit I'm going to show you guys today. And also, I'm going to show you how businesses just like yours are adding $20,000 to $50,000 per month without spending more on ads, without hiring more office staff, without chasing leads harder. Okay. This is not marketing theory. This is about stopping missed calls, missed and slow follow-ups, and missed jobs, and turning those missed opportunities into real booked work. Okay. So here's what today is about: how contractors and home service businesses are adding 20K to 50K per month without spending more on ads. Okay. Same demand, same markets, just better systems capturing the money that's already there. And I'm going to show you more how this works in a second. So before we dive in too far, I want to give you a little bit of a backstory. Summer of 2024. This is my rental property on the screen here. A small little house bought back in 2014. My tenants were living there, and they called me middle of July and said, "Hey, Mark, the AC went out," and I was like, "Sick! Just what I want to hear right now." So I went to Google, called the first HVAC contractor, see if we can schedule a time to come out, and no answer. I was like, awesome. So went to Google again, called the second guy, no answer. This repeated for 7 different times. Okay. Only one guy answered. And guess how many actually returned the missed call that they got? 0. Nobody returned the call. Okay. So 6 businesses lost out on a $10,000 job in the matter of minutes. So with that said, let me ask you a quick question. How many calls do you think your business missed last week, or maybe an average last week during busy months, slow months, or maybe even just last month or previous month or during your busiest times? Okay. Not how many leads you didn't get, but how many calls, forms, or website visitors you already paid for from ads or Angie's or whatever, but never connected with. Okay. Think about that. Everyone misses calls. 64% of inbound calls, all inbound calls, go missed. You can look it up, Google it. So now, how long is your average time to follow up with a prospect for what you offer? Could be 1 hour, maybe 3 hours, 1 day. Okay, but in home services, silence costs money. So here's the truth that most home service businesses don't want to hear. Okay, you probably don't have a lead problem. You have an opportunity problem. Okay, because every missed call or slow follow-up or unanswered form from an inquiry on your website or an ad is a job that went to someone else. So let's break this down by industry. HVAC, calls during service hours, especially after hours, emergency calls that go to voicemail, which is where the job goes to die, right? Remodelers, missed calls while you're on the job site, and estimates that don't get followed up with fast enough. Roofers, if you're getting storm calls and missed quotes that sit too long, guess what? We're going to your competition now. Painters, a form fills that you don't get called back until next day from your website, or again, ads. And every single time this happens, that customer contacts the next contractor. Okay. So there's a reason that this phrase exists from my buddy, Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights. If you ain't first, you're last, right? Money loves speed. You guys should all know that. But you are 391% more likely to close a new job if you contact a lead within the first 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Most contractors I know respond in 5 hours or more. Okay. Just like my story up top, I needed someone to answer and schedule a site visit ASAP because 78% of customers will book with whoever contacts them back first or answers first, which is why this is so important. Instead of handing those jobs that were potentially initially yours to your competition. Okay. And so you get the job, you get the revenue. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay. You tracking? So now imagine this instead. Every call gets answered instantly. Every form followed up with in seconds. Every website visitor engaged in real time. And every estimate out there automatically chased. Okay. Now that's not more ads. That's not more marketing. That's just more money from what you already have. Does that make sense? You guys already have leads in your database, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more later. So this masterclass is for contractors and home service business owners who want more booked jobs without spending more on ads and want to grab 2026 by the horns and destroy their competition before their competition gets a hold of this information. So if you've ever missed a phone call before, which you have, I know, okay, if you're tired of missed calls, slow follow-ups, and losing work to faster competitors, you're in the right place. And even if you miss, like, say, 1 to 2 calls a year, that could be the matter of a huge job potential or not. And every missed phone call, every phone call has a value, okay? So we see the same results across different trades. An HVAC company is booking 40 to 50 calls a week after fixing missed calls. And a remodeling company right now is adding 30K per month just from a faster estimate follow-up. A painting company doubled book jobs without touching ad spend. Okay. So different industries, same problem, same fix. Welcome, Oscar. Good to see you. So if you want to consistently add 20K to 50K per month, you need to understand 3 simple truths. Okay. I'm going to show you 3 simple truths in this masterclass that most, if not all of you, struggle with. Okay. There's no marketing fluff in here. This is real, raw revenue framework to add real revenue back into your business. So, secret number 1, contractors don't lose jobs. They miss them. Okay. During hours, after hours, while on the job site, while you're with a customer, you're driving, during the holidays, or when you're with your family, friends, right? You name it. Slow response time. You're too busy throughout your day to manually, consistently follow up with your new potential customers. You just are. And you're actually doing things that actually move the needle in your business, right? You're on the job site, you're working. And then late follow-ups, which means that those potential customers now call a different business, probably your competition. And then you just lost out on a job, right? Make sense? Because in home services, speed wins every time. The first contractor to answer the phone usually gets the job. The first one to follow up gets booked. Customers don't wait. They hire whoever responds first. Just like in my example up top, I didn't really care who came out to fix my AC for my tenants in my rental property, right? I just wanted an answer. I just wanted an answer. I wanted something on the schedule, as long as it was reasonable and not like in 72 hours. I wanted something on the schedule within 24-hour window to come fix my tenant's AC in my rental property. Make sense? Secret number 2, humans cannot win the speed game. As good as you think you are, you cannot possibly beat technology. You don't work 24/7. Technology does. Okay. So when you're on the job site, you can't always be answering the phone. Your quality of your work could suffer. You could look bad to your current customer if they're on site. Okay. When you're fixing something, building something, cleaning something, whatever it is your job to finish the work you started. And that's when jobs get lost. When you're busy, right? When you're talking to a customer, going over estimates on the other line on the phone. Okay. When you're driving between job sites, whatever it is. And after hours, depending on what you offer, is where money goes to die. When you're with your family on weekends at 2 a.m., when there's an emergency or whatever, every missed call could be worth thousands of dollars a month. Does that make sense? We tracking everybody? Does this make sense to you guys? Awesome. Okay. So, like I said before, human or systems beat humans at speed every single time. If you're on ladders, in attics, on roofs, driving between jobs, whatever, even the best office staff can't possibly answer every single call or follow up instantly and respond 24/7, especially if they're only working for 40 hours a week, right? And they probably have more than one job if they're just, besides just answering the phone, right? But systems can do that. So voice AI answers instantly, follows up with new leads automatically, and never forgets. Secret number 3, the fastest money in your business is already sitting inside your existing leads. From previous missed calls, old estimates that never closed, past leads that never closed, and the biggest opportunity is previous customers. Okay, depending on how long you've been in business, you could potentially have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 or more previous customers sitting in your database somewhere. And people buy from those that they know, like, and trust. So when you do not contact them regularly, they could be taking their business to your competition without you even knowing about it, right? So follow-up is where the 20K to 50K can come from. Previous missed calls, old estimates, past form fills in your website, previous leads, previous customers. Those people already wanted your service at one point or another. They just contacted someone else because you were slow or missed their inquiry, right? However, this can be fixed. And the biggest gold mine in your business is a list of previous contacts. So this is a 3-in-1 system. It's made up of 3 simple pieces: an AI inbound receptionist, an outbound AI follow-up team, and a smart website widget. Okay, now we're going to dive into each of these 3 a little bit more. So let's talk about inbound calls, because this is where actually most of the contractors quietly lose most of their money. Okay, the inbound AI answers every call during business hours and after hours. No more voicemail. So let's be honest for a second. How many calls come in when you're on a ladder, under a sink, talking to a customer, driving, or like I said before, after hours when you're finally trying to relax or catch up on other work, right? And what happens when you do miss that call? They don't leave a voicemail. They don't wait. They don't call back, right? At the top of my example before with my rental property, I wasn't going to wait an hour on the call again. I just kept dialing. I wanted something on the schedule for someone to come out and fix my AC at my rental property. So the customers just hit the next company on Google, which is where it gets lost in your business. So here's the big question. What would it do for your business if every single call was answered 24/7 automatically and handled professionally, even when you're busy or asleep? Think about that for a second. Because that's exactly what inbound voice AI does. It becomes your 24/7 sales receptionist. It answers every single call immediately. It filters out tire kickers. It books appointments, answers FAQs, and if it needed to take a message, it can. Right? Without hiring another person, another $4,000 a month receptionist, without payroll, without sick days, and no more missed calls. Okay. And here's where this gets real. Think about the last time you tried to call someone back the next day. They usually already hired someone else or they don't answer, right? They moved on. So you can ask yourself if the cost of missed calls, especially after hours, enough to justify bringing that revenue back into your business. Because even one lost customer can easily be worth $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more. And that's just job value, not to mention the referrals that customer could give you, repeat work, right? The 5-star Google reviews they can give you. So inbound voice AI isn't just cool tech. It's an insurance policy that protects your revenue around the clock. So competitors stop winning your jobs simply because they answered the phone first and you didn't. So imagine never saying, I'll try to call them back later ever again, because your new voice AI already handled that. So now let's talk about outbound voice AI sales agent, sales machine, follow-up machine for your business. Okay. Because even if you do get leads, most contractors lose the job, not because the lead was bad, but because no one followed up with them fast enough. Okay. Here's the reality: is someone clicks an ad for your business or fills out a form or requests a quote, right? You got to probably have that request a quote button on your website, right? I'm guessing that might go to your email. It might lose it. It might not ever get followed up with, right? But that can change. Whoever contacts that customer first usually wins the job. And that's called speed to lead. And that's everything in 2026 and beyond. But you're busy. You're not always on your phone. You're on the jobs. Your team's working. People forget, right? And suddenly that hot lead that filled out the form or inquired about your business now goes cold and they hired somebody else. Okay. So here's the question: what would it do for your business if every single lead was contacted within seconds, automatically, every time? That's exactly what our outbound voice AI sales agent does. It calls new leads instantly, sends follow-up texts, books appointments, sends reminders, and keeps following up politely until they respond and book. So instead of hoping someone gets to it or you get to it, you have a sales system that never forgets, never slows down, never gets tired, and always follows up. Okay, so here's where it gets even better. We also use it for customer reactivation, for what we call trash to cash system. And that means all those old leads sitting in your CRM or your database or wherever you keep them, all the people who didn't book for months or even years ago, all the quotes you sent but never heard back, we turn that database back on. The AI reaches out, reconnects, and books fresh jobs from people that you already paid to acquire, whether it was from ads or Angie's or whatever, right? So let me ask you this. You already have leads. Option A, so what's better here? Option A, no one calls them, no one follows up, no response, no chance to win the job, which means your marketing dollars quietly disappear. Or option B, AI calls them every time, immediately, and automatically. And every time that happens, you make money. So it's simple when you think about it. When no one calls the leads, you lose jobs. When something calls the leads, you just win more work, right? So which sounds more beneficial to your business? Because AI outbound voice isn't just a tool, it's your 24/7 speed to lead engine, your follow-up department, your reminder system, and your customer recovery machine, all rolled into one. And it never stops working. Okay, so now let's go back to that trash to cash part of AI I was just talking about. This is where the fastest money shows up back in your business. And almost no contractors I talk to do this. Okay. The AI system can now recontact every single lead you already paid for automatically. Calls, texts, emails from past leads, previous customers. Okay. So now let's go over an example here. Let me show you something that will probably surprise you. So most contractors and home service businesses think that old leads are dead. Here's a little secret. They're not dead. They're just waiting to be followed up with. Again, statistics show it takes an average of 7 to 11 contact points to follow up with someone before they actually purchase something, depending on what it is, right? 7 to 10, 7 to 11. Most people will call, maybe text twice, maybe 3 times if they're lucky. Okay? They're not dead. They're just waiting to be followed up with again. So let's say you're a painting contractor. And over, say, 10, 15 years, you've collected around, say, 4,000 leads. People who've called, requested quotes, asked questions, and maybe didn't book with you. They're all still in your CRM, just sitting there collecting dust. Okay. Now imagine once per quarter, or just 4 times a year, AI reaches out to them, every single one of them. It calls them, texts them, emails them, and it reconnects. Now let's do some conservative math based on that. Okay. Say 5,000 or 5% of those 4,000 leads book an estimate. That's a good amount right there, right? 5%, that's 200 estimates. Now you're thinking, man, that's money. That's awesome, right? Now let's just say that half of those convert into jobs. Okay. 50% close rate. That's 100 jobs. Now let's chop that in half again, just to be extra safe. That's 50 new jobs on your calendar. And if the average painting job in your business is worth $5,000, that's an average of $250,000 in recovered revenue, not from ads, not from new leads, just from re-engaging people who already know you existed. Does that make sense? And here's the best part is that AI does the outreach automatically. So your calendar fills up without you lifting a finger. How awesome is that? Is anybody else excited about that potential? That's freaking sweet. That's the power of technology in 2026. Okay, now let's talk about your website. Because for most contractors, your website is basically just an online brochure. People land on it. They scroll a little bit. They don't see what they need fast enough, and then they click on to the next contractor. Or maybe your website looks terrible. Okay? No interaction, no conversion, no booking. So here's the big idea. What if your website actually had a mouth and a brain? What if instead of being a static brochure, it became a 24/7 AI receptionist that lives on your site and actually talks to people? That's exactly what a smart AI web widget does. It turns your website into a real-time sales machine. It answers questions instantly, filters out tire kickers, and it books real appointments and keeps your customers engaged so they don't wander off to your competitors. Because think about it like a customer for a second. I'm on your website. I'm not going to spend 5 to 10 minutes scrolling around trying to find your business hours, trying to find if you service my area, understand pricing, see what you actually do. I just want answers right now. And most customers are the same, right? Put yourself in your customer's shoes. So instead of them getting frustrated and leaving, your AI widget pops up and says, hey, how can I help you today? You got a question? You want to book an estimate? Talk to us here. And suddenly your dumb website now becomes a smart, interactive booking assistant that captures the customer before they ever think about contacting anyone else. So here's a real question is, do you think having a 24/7 sales assistant sitting right in your website, talking to customers, answering questions, and booking jobs might help your business? Because that's exactly what this does. And again, the best part, it works 24/7, never gets tired, never has a bad day, and just quietly turns your website visitors into booked sales appointments. Does that sound cool? Again, the power of technology and AI in 2026 and beyond. And the best part is that technology gets better every single day, right? And this is the part that contractors love. We don't just give you software and say, good luck. Okay. So we build this all out for you. The scripts, the call flows, the custom setup, done for you. Does that sound exciting? So here's what we'll exactly install for you. An inbound AI receptionist, an outbound AI sales and follow-up team, and a smart AI web widget. And we'll give you a CRM and mobile app to manage all those leads into in the sales pipeline, okay? A full done-for-you setup customization built specifically for contractors and home service businesses. So before we talk about today's offer, I want to just kind of anchor value properly, because normally to get this entire system installed, customized, and up and running for a contractor or home service business, the investment looks like this. $5,000 upfront just to build, implement, train the AI, install everything, test, retest, right? And then $2,500 per month after that. That's normal retail pricing. That's what companies pay when they come to us outside of a masterclass like this. So now, before we go on, let me ask you a few simple questions. If all the system did was book one extra job per month, would it be worth it? If all this did was eliminate lost jobs from missed calls, would it be worth it? If all this did was eliminate slow follow-ups from ads, from website submissions, from new leads, would it be worth it? If all this did was book one extra job per quarter from your existing database, would it be worth it? And remember, this system does all of those things at the same time. So at this point, there's really only two paths that you can go, right? Path one is doing nothing. You keep missing calls. You keep following up late. You keep paying for ads that leak money. You keep paying for Angie's leads that leak money, right? Path two is letting us install this system. Every call gets answered. Every customer gets followed up with instantly, and jobs get booked automatically. So when you think about it, doing nothing is actually the more risky option, right? So here's what we're doing today specifically because you're here watching this masterclass. Instead of building it out for $5,000, we're going to cut that setup and build cost to $0. No setup fee, okay? Which is an immediate savings of $5,000. And instead of $2,500 per month, the investment is just $997 per month. Same system, same done-for-you install, same customization. This pricing is masterclass only. Retail pricing returns later after this month. Cool? But now let's go on further. This is important. We're backing this up with a 90-day ROI guarantee. Okay, 3 months. If you're not see a return on your investment in the first 90 days, we let you keep this entire system for free until you do, which means the risk is not on you. It's on us. Okay. But now here's the only real limitation is that because of this price, we can only onboard a small number of businesses at a time because this is a fully done for you system. And we want to give you the best experience possible. So this offer is limited to the first 10 businesses who enroll before the end of January. Once those spots are filled, this pricing goes away and back to retail. Okay. Which again, most of you would still see an ROI quickly based on what your business offers, right? Even at the higher investment. So does this make sense for your business? One extra job covers the month, potentially, right? Everything after that, just profit. And the system runs 24/7. So just to recap, here's everything you're getting if you sign up today. An inbound AI receptionist that answers every call. An outbound AI follow-up sales team that chases missed calls, estimates, no-shows, old leads. A smart website widget that converts visitors into booked jobs. And then the database reactivation campaign, trash to cash campaigns that bring old leads back to life. And complete done-for-you setup, customization built specifically for your business. Cool? So here's the next step. If this makes sense for your business, simply follow the link on your screen to sign up now. And I'll paste this link in the chat too. Okay. It's AI agents for contractors.ai/2026. You can see it right then and there. Okay. So this is a masterclass only offer, and it's backed by a 90-day ROI guarantee. Let me put this in the chat real quick. There it is. So if you're tired of missing calls, missing jobs because you weren't fast enough, now's the time to fix it. You're already paying for missed calls, missed and slow follow-ups, right? And ultimately missed revenue. This just makes sure you don't do that anymore. So the link is on the screen. Go ahead and sign up now if you want. You can also text the word START, S-T-A-R-T, to that phone number, the 720 number that you guys were getting your reminders on for this masterclass, okay? The phone number was 720-821-1415. You can also text that same number, START, and that link will be sent to you directly. Okay, so feel free to drop your questions in the chat, and I can see if I can answer them here. Cool. So now let me see if I can stop my screen share, and we can do a little testing. You guys want to hear what it sounds like? You want to hear what this sounds like? Let's see if I can stop this here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I'm just sharing my other screen here. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to share kind of a quick demo of what this sounds like. So turn up your volume. Let me know if you can hear it, okay? All right, here we go. Move this out of the way here. Hopefully this works because Zoom doesn't like my website sometimes.
Hey there, this is Ashley, your AI-powered agent from Contractors AI, where we help you grow your business easier using AI. So who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Oh, hey, this is actually Mark. I'm actually on a Zoom call right now with a bunch of home service business owners, contractors, and they are here to learn how to add 20K to 50K every single month on autopilot using AI. And we just talked about inbound voice AI, outbound voice AI, smart web widget, all that kind of stuff. Can you give a quick recap on kind of what that looks like and how that could potentially help their business?
Oh, absolutely, Mark. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Let me give you a quick recap of how Contractors AI can help you add $20K to $50K every single month on autopilot using AI. First off, inbound voice AI. This is like having a 24/7 receptionist that never misses a call. Whether you're on a job site, on vacation, or even after hours, the AI answers calls instantly, filters out spam, qualifies leads, and books jobs directly onto your calendar. No more losing jobs to voicemail or competitors. Next, outbound voice AI. This is all about speed to lead. The AI follows up with leads from ads, forms, or inquiries instantly, calls, texts, emails, and even leaves voicemails until the lead books. It's like having a sales team working around the clock without lifting a finger. Then there's the smart web widget. This turns your website into a lead generating machine. Instead of visitors browsing and leaving, the AI widget engages them, answers their questions, and books jobs directly on your calendar. It's like having a live receptionist on your website, 24/7. And let's not forget customer reactivation. The AI automatically reaches out to your dormant leads and past customers, turning them into paying clients again. It's the fastest way to get cash rolling in without spending a dime on new leads. Plus, we've got AI-powered ads. These are proven ad templates that are optimized to perform at their best. The AI not only launches these ads, but also follows up with every lead automatically, ensuring no one falls through the cracks. The result? You're capturing every single opportunity, booking more jobs, and growing your revenue all on autopilot. It's like having an AI-powered employee working for you 24/7 at a fraction of the cost of a human receptionist. Does that sound like something that could help your business grow? Let me know if you'd like to dive deeper into any of these.
No, I think that's pretty good. Can you give us like a little like home service or contractor joke before we end this?
Oh, absolutely. All right, here's one for you. Why did the contractor bring a ladder to the bar? Because they heard the drinks were on the house? I hope that gave you a chuckle.
No, that was stupid. Give me another one.
All right. Let me redeem myself here. Why did the electrician break up with their partner? Because there was no spark. Better?
Okay, fine, whatever. All right, thank you. Okay, so Hopefully that gives you a good idea of what it sounds like over the phone and on the website. Okay, so if you go to the AI agents for contractors.ai/2026, here is the offer. Okay, inbound voice AI receptionist and follow-up system, outbound voice AI powered voice web widget on the website, automated booking and reminder systems, the free mobile app for easy communication and sales pipelines, CRM, and 24/7 live chat support on Zoom and beyond. Okay. Again, we're going to waive the $5,000 build cost and the $2,500 a month for just $997 a month, plus minute usage cost. Okay. Click on the Get Started Now button here. You can sign up right then and there, and then follow the instructions on your screen, on the text messages that you will get, and then we can onboard you from there. Do I have any questions from the chat? Feel free to put them in here while we have a little bit of time. I want to respect your time, respect my time. Feel free to drop your concerns, questions, whatever you got. Did I miss anything? Let me see if I can find that chat window. There we go. Okay, so what if you don't have enough leads or lead volume? Good question. Lead. So if you're not getting leads, again, people buy from people that they know, like, and trust, right? So what does your Google business profile and your website say about your business? If you don't have a bunch of 5-star reviews on your Google business profile, you're not getting calls. Straight up. When I went through Google to find the HVAC contractor to go to my rental property, fix my AC in the middle of July so my tenants won't get mad at me, I went to Google, found the top 7 companies that had outstanding 5-star reviews. Now, the reviews were great. The fact they didn't answer the phone call, that's their own problem, right? So work on your 5-star. Let me give you a little sweet sauce. So this is what I tell people in my personal coaching program. This is gold right here. Okay. I call it 3 touch points for 5-star reviews. And we can also automate your Google reviews inside the system as well. So when you're on the phone with someone, or the AI is on the phone with someone, whatever that looks like, and you're wanting to boost your 5-star reviews. Okay. 3 touch points you can use to increase that conversion rate. When you're on the phone, say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, we're starting to boost up our business a little bit. We're trying to get more 5-star reviews. After the job is done and you feel happy that we've completed the job to your satisfaction, do you feel comfortable giving us a 5-star review? Typically, they'll say yes, unless they're jerks, right? That's the first touch point. Second touch point is once you're on the job site, once you show up, you say, hey, just a reminder, after we're finished and you're happy, you're satisfied, we would love for you to give us a 5-star review on Google. Okay. Second touch point. Third touch point, after the job is done, say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, thank you so much for letting us do your job for you. I'm going to send you that text right now. After you pay the invoice, can you give us a 5-star review? That means the world to me. Okay. Boom. Just do that. If you just do that, your conversion rate for your 5-star Google reviews should skyrocket after every single job. And again, you can automate them inside the system. Nate, good question. How much minute per minute cost? 29 cents a minute usage. And no, it's not included. Here's why. If I install this into a local mom and pop shop and they don't have as much lead flow, right? And then I go and install the same thing into a bigger enterprise company that has 10,000 contacts, right? I still got to pay for the minutes, the usage. Okay. I'm just passing that along to you guys. That's not included. I don't want to pay for your 10,000 contacts that you're calling every single day, right? Does that kind of make sense? And also, if you think about it, the more minutes used means you're actually getting business, right? So you want people to call you your AI receptionist. You want people to go to your website. You want people to use those minutes because that means you're booking jobs. Again, one booked job could mean thousands of dollars, and then minutes mean nothing to you. Does that make sense? Good question. But that's why we don't include minutes. Any other questions before we disconnect here? This replay will go out. However, it might be a paid replay. So it is of your best interest to take advantage of this right now while we're here. Any more questions? How much is month average for call? Depends on your lead flow. The question was how much a month average for call costs. Depends on how many leads you have in your database. It's typically less than $100. Not much more than that, if at all. $50 maybe. I have a painting company using it right now, and he does $3 million a year. And it's like $100 a month for him. It's not much. Awesome. Okay, if you have any more questions, feel free to respond in the reminder text message system that you were getting. Again, that'll come to me or a team member, and we can try to help you out. If you want to sign up now, go to AIagentsforcontractors.ai/2026. That /2026 is very important. So I don't want you to pay full price for this because you're here live. Cool? All right. Think we're good. Feel free to go to the website too and test out yourself. You can click on, where'd it go? You can click on this button right here as well. Play with it, test it, ask it questions. Okay. If you don't have, say, wanting to jump in the deep end and want to spend $1,000 a month to start off, this is if you just want a floating circle on your website that can book jobs, answer questions 24/7, whatever. Okay. This is just one time lifetime offer, $1,000 plus 36 cents a minute. That's it. Smartwebagent.ai. Again, the more people that use this, the more money you're making. That's how that works, right? You want people to use it. That's smartwebagent.ai. And that's just a talking website agent on your website 24/7. Cool. All right, leave this up one last time. AIagentsforcontractors.ai/2026. And let's keep in touch. Feel free to ask questions in the chat or on the reminder text messages, and we'll go from there. Cool. All right. Sounds good. Thank you all. We'll talk soon.